It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the Denver Broncos and the Kansas City Chiefs. Coming up next.
From a building that can get louder than almost any in the National Football League, this is GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott, and Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we've got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over them for big yardage, and maybe 6 points too.
To kick off, here's Will Lutz. And we're off from Arrowhead. Has it at the 11. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. So here come the Chiefs, taking the field for their first drive of the game. Leading them out, someone who, Brock, I think needs less introduction than anyone in the NFL today. It's Patrick Mahomes.
All of us as sports fans, we know those players in the other sports that when we just think of the greatest to ever do it, a skill set that's different than everybody else, immediately a player pops in your mind. And while we have seen GOATs like Tom Brady and Super Bowl winners many times over like Bradshaw, Montana, and Aikman, there's just not many that have ever done it with the flair, the style, and the skill set of Patrick Mahomes.
Left side, it's caught by Rice. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Short pass brought in. And they make the tackle at the 38. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Mahomes on 1st and 10. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
Offense to the line for second down. Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. They get 6 on the run, and that sets up 3rd and 10 for them.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. This one finds Kelsey. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Butker on now to kick this one away. He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. So the Broncos offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by the former first-rounder out of both Oregon and Auburn. It's Bo Nix.
Bo Nix entered this league as a grown-up. 61 college starts will do that for you. A ton of college experience. And Bo Nix is a facilitator. When he is at his best, that ball is in and out of his hands in an absolute hurry. If he were a point guard on a basketball team, he'd want to go up and down the court and get it out of his hands as quickly as he can. He's accurate, he's tough, he's experienced, and he's poised for this challenge of the NFL.
First run of the game for J.K. Dobbins. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Well, Kate, a 2-yard run on first down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule, but you're going to have to pick up the pace.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 23. Gets it to him on the screen. Pushing it up past the 30. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Nix with it on first. Completed over the middle. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Straight ahead, here's Dobbins. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. Just a single yard, but that's going to be enough to move the chains.
Hey, I know the temptation is there. If I'm thinking it in the booth, I know that play caller is too. That could have been a chance to be aggressive. Not the case. Go get the first down like they did, and a new set of downs to work with.
On 1st and 10, here's Nix. Got a man, it's Marvin Mims. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out. 16 yards on the play. And the Broncos will have a first down.
Kate, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page, because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
Great opening drive continues. 1st and 10 at the 33. They run the counter with Dobbins. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Leo Chanel able to bring him down. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
This defense may have been headed the wrong way initially on that counter run, but they never lost contain. As that play shifted back, they flowed with it and caught him before he could break it up the sideline.
Shotgun snap to Nix. Completed to Sutton. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Nix from the gun. Cut by Sutton. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Out of the gun, it's Nix. He brings it in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. Now an inside handoff to Dobbins. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. To throw, here's Nix. Gets it towards the end zone, but it's incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And now it'll be 3rd and goal.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. Now Nix. And he has the catch, gets both feet in, that's a touchdown! The Broncos finish off their opening drive. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. But they couldn't take away that big old tight end.
Will Lutz now on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Broncos, who won up the opposing field goal, they start with 7 on their opening drive. Here's Lutz, set to kick this away. This taken from the 12. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. Now for the second time, we get a look at this Kansas City offense. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. Ball at the 33 for first down. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. He's got Brown on the slant. And he'll cover up as they touch him down a few yards short of the first.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. To the air, Mahomes finds his man Rice. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Pacheco gets it from the gun. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Alex Singleton makes the tackle. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. Mahomes has him on the quick hitter. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
It's the end of the first in this AFC West showdown. Neither side separating much so far. Back to Arrowhead in just a moment. About set for the second quarter. Chiefs football here. They'll only need a few inches here on third down. They'll run it. Here's Pacheco. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. This one goes for 3 yards. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
First down throw, Mahomes. That's complete, Isaiah Pacheco. And he's taken down at the 30.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains, but I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out, and this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
From the 30 on second down. Has a man, it's Brown. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
They'll come up first and 10. Throwing from the gun here. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. One of the rare instances there, Brock, where the quick slant doesn't win against zone coverage. He just couldn't hang on to the football.
No, we know this, Kate. In man coverage, it's about that separation, right?
Yeah.
You've got to win and create leverage versus zone. It's all about that anticipation and accuracy. And if you're not on point, that zone defender can break it up.
Back to the air, Mahomes. Hits him on the in route. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Throwing again, Mahomes. Finds him over the middle. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
So on 4th down, the Chiefs field goal unit and Harrison Butker headed out. It's a 34-yarder from that right hash. Up and good from Blankenship. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. On the return, here's Mims. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So the Broncos headed out for their second drive of the game. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this second down. From the 31. Brought in by Vele. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Brought to a halt by Brian Cook.
How's your block shedding out there, boys? Because they need to get through some blocks to hang that screen up quickly. And they were Johnny on the spot.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Nick's now to throw. That's complete to Dobbins. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down, sometimes even 4th. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. It's fielded at the 14. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. That punt goes 63 yards. And the Chiefs will get set to go on offense. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Throwing is Mahomes. Short pass brought in. And he's brought down for a loss.
Hey, I know it's tough to evaluate when you're playing at game speed when there's chaos all around you. But if he looked around, I'm not sure that's a throw he would make again. Even one of the biggest targets, his big old tight end, couldn't fight back to the line of scrimmage.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. P.J. Locke getting there for the stop.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
And the Broncos are in the nickel for this 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
The Chiefs looking to punt on 4th down, so on comes Matt Araiza to handle it. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And the Broncos get set to take over. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Throwing here, Nix. Complete, it's Ingram. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Jaden Hicks there on the tackle.
Just stay on schedule. Just stay on schedule, right? SOS. Bad thing on a ship. Good thing on a football field. Even a little completion keeps this offense on schedule.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Nix. Escapes the pocket. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
This is a time where you get in that huddle and you just look at one another and say, hey, let's get back in rhythm. Get back in rhythm. Get something good to feel good about. Sure, you'd love to get the 1st down, but more than anything, just find a positive play after a huge sack.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Nix from the gun. That's caught for the 1st. They get 22 on that one. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
We're to the 2-minute warning from Arrowhead. And it's the Broncos. Looking at 1st and 10. New set of downs for him from the 46. Nix with it on 1st. Complete to Mims. And they make the stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Out of the gun, it's Nix. This is hauled in by Ingram. And they bring him down around the 34. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. They'll throw again. Nix. He's got the hook up to Ingram. And he gets it forward to steal about a yard out of that. Drew Tranquil brings him to the ground. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. To throw, here's Nix. The screen pass falls incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Now Nix. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So that brings up 4th and long. Man, that was a chain mover if he would have held on, Brock, but the contact just too much to do so.
Yeah, he's going to be disappointed in himself because you've got to make these contested catches, but I do give a lot of credit. An outstanding effort defensively to force that ball out. I know they love that golf adage, drive for show, putt for dough, but it's awfully nice to drive for show and to have that kind of weapon in your back pocket.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. He's going to return it from a yard or 2 deep. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. The Chiefs taking over now, real late in this opening half. With the time remaining, we'll see if they can get this into field goal range before halftime. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. Throwing on 1st down, Mahomes. Kelsey makes the catch. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. We've reached the midway point of this one, and the visiting Broncos taking a lead into that locker room. Now we'll send you south to our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Reports. Both these teams making their way out of the tunnel, and we're ready for the second half. And for the call, we send it back to Kate Scott and the other blonde bomber, Rock Hewitt.
All right, they Thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. Butker on now to kick this one away. From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Broncos with their offense headed out for our first possession of the half. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every first down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
Beginning on the ground here with Dobbins. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 24. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up third down.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Here's Nix to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Shotgun handoff for Dobbins. And he'll take it past the midfield stripe and start the push into Chiefs territory. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. Play action with Nix. That's complete to Vele. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. That's 16 on the pickup. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
They'll run on first down with Dobbins. And he's able to manage a couple on that run. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 29. Cut by Sutton. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Well, that one was drawn up and delivered beautifully, efficiently. If it's not circled on the call sheet already, you better believe it is now.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
Well, this offense is trying to keep the defense off balance down here in the red zone, mixing in receiver runs with everything else they love to do. And the best part is, it's working. He gets them several yards on that play.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Nix. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Now Nix on 3rd down. Has it in close. It's a Denver touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Extra point try now from Lutz. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Broncos drive their lead to 11. Here's Lutz, set to kick this away. He'll take this at the 10. Finds some space, he's past the 30. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. The Chiefs offense set to take over again. Their work really cut out for him now, partner, to follow up that touchdown and get things back to a 1-score game. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up.
And you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
3rd down, it's Mahomes. And the streak continues. Another one hits the ground. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that brings up 4th and long.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. The Broncos and quarterback Bo Nix gearing up for their next series. And as we see some of the highlights from their showing, his work a big part of why they're in front right now. Having a nice, solid game as their offensive leader. I think we can say he's had a firm grip on the wheel and has really driven them to this advantage. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Putting one of the tight ends in motion right. This is Dobbins. And his drive up the middle gets him about 3. Jaden Hicks there on the tackle. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
From the 23. Has him on the quick hitter. He's got to gain a 6 there. Something he does so well. Nick Bolton making the stop.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win, and there aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
Pass taken in by Sutton. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. Give him 3 on that gain. And the Broncos will have a first down. Here's Nix. Finds Mims. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They got 24 yards on the play. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
That's a pretty good stop on first down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Nix. He's on the move. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Nix off the play action. Pass caught, 9-yard line. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
From the red zone now. Oh, we put way too much on that one, Brock. Over the end zone and out.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. You got to shake it off and keep on firing.
So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal. Nix from the gun. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. Touchdown, Denver. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
Extra point try now from Lutz. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Broncos push their lead to 18. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. He'll begin his return from the 11. Man, he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Kansas City offense back out there and set to go. And they have tried on occasion to ramp up their passing game, but just nothing has worked with consistency yet, Brock. Might be why they trail near the end of this third quarter.
You sure love teams who excel on the ground, right? You love a physical game of football who can hammer at the opponent. But in today's NFL, it's just impossible to win if you don't have a passing component that's balancing it out.
They bring their tight end left. First down throw, Mahomes. He'll get this one to Brown. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 38. Pacheco hauls it in. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Finds his man, Rice. And this goes across midfield and into Broncos territory.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Throwing again, Mahomes. That's worthy, running the slant. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
1st and 10, it's Mahomes. Rice pulls it in along the sideline. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll be first down, Kansas City.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
This one finds Kelsey. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. They gain 14 on the play. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
I can't tell you how nice it is to have a big, trustworthy tight end in the passing game. Such great size to have, and it forces those defenses to find a way to try to match up when they can't.
A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. Sending a tight end in motion left. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Kelsey makes the catch. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. Second and 6 coming up here. Again, Mahomes to throw. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And that takes them to 3rd down.
You know, a couple of my favorite nicknames, Kate, over the last decade in football. The Legion of Boom, obviously, out in Seattle. But how about the no-fly zone that was cooking in Denver? That right there, that is a no-fly zone. Trying to make the play in the end zone, and a beautiful job by the defender to knock it away.
Tight end going in motion here. He's got it. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. A nice gain of 8 there, and that brings them to 1st and goal.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
They'll try to run with Pacheco. Finds the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs get it back to within 2 possessions. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. Now Harrison Butker for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chiefs make it an 11-point ball game. Butker on now to kick this one away. Has it at the 11. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Broncos are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Nix. And he can't reel it in. Incomplete.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. They'll run it from the gun. And they'll only let him get up to around the 28 before taking him down. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9. To throw, here's Nix. Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 22 on that one. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
Sure showed off some mobility on that play. Got outside the pocket and easily found an open man.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Throwing here, Nix. This is hauled in by Ingram. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Second and 6 coming up here. Nix now to throw. He completes it in traffic. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
2 guys, heck, put 3 guys on him, and they still find a way to make those catches. With how they move at their size, they really are the ultimate matchup advantage.
Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. And that's incomplete. He's going to wish he hung on to that pick there, but it's still going to bring up 4th down.
Gosh, you could just almost feel his eyes up here, Kate, getting huge, right? He was envisioning the return, and he simply dropped it. Got to secure that pick before you think of anything else.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Here we go with Dobbins. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Running it again with Dobbins. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on first down. You just want some yards to set up an easier second down play. But they will take that execution every time.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Again, they'll run with Dobbins. And they bring him to a stop, but this run gets him into the red zone down to the 15. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. Second and 3 now. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
That takes us to the 2-minute warning here in KC. Broncos up by 11. Third down, 1 yard to go. Going for the first with Dobbins. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Now just 4 seconds after our 2-minute warning, we've got another pause. Timeout taken by the defense. Will Lutz getting the call on 4th down to put 3 up here for the Broncos. He's hit once already. This is a short one, inside of 30 yards. Bertolet able to knock it through. And that extends their lead to 14.
That kick, well, it throws a roadblock up on some of the remaining avenues to get back in this game and really leaves only 1 remaining. It's going to take 2 touchdowns if they want a shot at it. And we know those odds, they're getting pretty long.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Return starts from the goal line. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Kansas City offense set to take the field. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. That's complete, here's Brown. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. Chiefs in the hurry-up, trying to get everyone to the line. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. To throw. He has the first over the middle, and he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Timeout taken by Kansas City. It's second. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first. First and 10, gotta score immediately here. Only one timeout left, and that clock winding down. Another throw for Mahomes. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it up to the 44.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Chiefs in the hurry-up, trying to get everyone to the line. Back to the air, Mahomes. Hauled in by Rice. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest and gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
Chiefs in the hurry-up, trying to get everyone to the line. Throwing on first down, Mahomes. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. And it's going to be second down.
You know, the goal on a lot of these short throws is to simply let the receiver create some yards after the catch, that yak. Well, I think he was thinking about the yak before he actually secured the catch.
A second down throw for Mahomes. To the left and hauled in by Kelsey. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down. Here's Mahomes now. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up. Here he is to throw. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be fourth down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
One final shot here. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And that pass falls incomplete. Well, they kept trying. They kept taking shots to the very end. But now we have reached that end. This one's over. So the Broncos ride out of here with a win on the road. And Brock, we all know any win is a good win, but playing against a division rival, oh, it always feels so much better dealing them one in the L column.
These are the teams that know you best, Kate, but also the ones that you know best. So yes, it is just a little bit sweeter when you take care of business in your own division.
So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos are winners as we say so long from Kansas City.